Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. Here comes the legend, the bravest of brave. Fiercer than lions, more southern than you. He's conquered our hearts, and he'll conquer hell too. Joe Hughes. Power line to convey a certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro line to bring us all downtown. Lines of connection, communication, not the borders of boundaries that slice and dice a nation. Divided by the chalk lines of disreputable history, past failures are laid out as we shrug with absent mystery. Those bodies left behind us while we amble on ahead, fearful of the wrong things from newspapers unread. Before I tell you what to do, or you try to tell me, let's all see what's been done and where we could have been. By knowing what's before us, the path might clear ahead, and focus on new obstacles uncharted by the dead. Power line from a gurgling turbine, a telephone line from a quiet room, a metro line from across the city. Maybe we'll all raise our glasses soon. They say across the fence line the grass is always butcherous, but we're not corralling cattle, fearing wranglers about the murders. When we look out past dividers, we're unsurprised to see more folks erecting fences, becoming detainees. Before I worry about you or you worry about me, let's all dwell on ourselves, we're the private enemy. Becoming who we're meant to, virtuous and creative, we won't dread the different, the strange or unrelated. A power line to convey certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro line to bring us home, to bring us home.
Folks say to be the very best, you gotta travel across the land. But I'm happy here at pretty good, just out walking with my friends. So you can fly from coast to coast for all Niantic's events. But my destiny's here in Tennessee, my Pokedex in hand. Do-do-do-do. You run your laps, chasing licky tongues in Providence, and you arc your throws for Electabuzz in St. Louis. But when you're lost in Boston seeking Pokestops, boo-hoo, we'll all still be spinning them up on Rocky Top. It's true. So you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need Tangalus from Los Angeles.
If you're there chasing Charizard, you're making your life way too hard. Clutching garlic, pounding pavement down Ventura Boulevard.
We don't need Nidoqueens from down New Orleans. I hate to rain on solo you, but parades me a willing crew. All those Squirtles on St. Jorrels
saw you
wandering and withdrew.
Well, you can race
to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need Lapras from Minneapolis or Polipers from Mississippers. There's enough Weedles on Monteagle. We could evolve a swarm of Beedrill. There's enough Snubble down in Shovel. We could team sled with Grumble.
We don't need Oregon
From out in Oregon, or any Pikachus from up in Massachusetts. Sorry, Professor Oklahoma, we'll raid gyms in Tullahoma. Sorry, Pokecoin Palooka, we'll hatch on hikes in Chattanooga.
Well, you can race to
Catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late? Lay your head down and Just let your mind float downstream, sprawled out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream.
Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. I hope y'all are doing well, because tonight, y'all are my live streaming audience. Now, there's a few things you might have noticed. For one thing, the title of the stream is Live from New York. It's Saturday night. Now, I've been told I'm not actually in New York. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. So that is one correction there. But if anybody's like, what? How can it be Saturday already? Well, luckily, I have proof it is Saturday. And that is in my latest Minecraft video that I put out earlier today. Because these are the videos that come out on Saturday, okay? So, boom, solved, proofed. Anyway, that video was a lot of fun to make. If you haven't seen it yet, I don't want to talk about it yet. Maybe go spend 5 minutes watching it while I gather materials, because it's a great video. I had some excellent help, but I don't want to spoil anything. But it was a really excellent collaboration. And so, yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, you can go ahead and watch that now. I actually need to say thank you to a few folks, so it's a good time for you to go click it anyway. So, yeah, I need to thank the folks who saw earlier on Twitter. So my car has had a few issues for years that I was, like, putting off taking it in for. And it had a few issues that I didn't know about, it turned out, too. I finally took it in because they kept sending me these letters about the airbags exploding and spraying shrapnel anywhere. Or everywhere. And so they're like, here, come bring the car in for a recall. And the recall is free to fix. And I was like, okay, good. While I bring the car in there, I'm going to have them take a look at a few things. Like, every time I use the blinker, it flashes the high beams, which I normally just only drive during the day, so it doesn't matter much. But if I'm going to start traveling again, that might be something I need to get fixed. I might need to not have the blinker flash the high beams every time, you know? And there was an issue with the door locks, and apparently there were some other issues as well. So anyway, I was expecting, like, okay, you know, so I'll get them to fix the shrapnel airbags for free. And apparently there's a thing where the drive shaft might fall out. That's a recall, so they'll fix that for free. But then I was like, you know, and then I'll set aside a few $100s for whatever else they come back with. And it's like, they came back with, okay, yeah, this is $2,650. So I'm gonna post the link there to the tweet thread, because the thread includes the full thing, like $55 for the basic maintenance, which was like oil change, tire pressure, a bunch of other simple stuff. Door lock actuator, $270. Headlight combination switch, $390. Replace sway bar links, roughly $700. Tire alignment, $120. Replace outer tie rod ends, $440. And I was looking at that, I'm like, how badly do I need these outer tie rod ends? And they're like, oh, you absolutely don't need them at all, but like, or it's absolutely fine until they actually break. But once they actually break, it's catastrophic. And I'm like, oh, I need to be driving to conventions in the next few months. I can't just have my car break down halfway between here and Boston, because then, like, okay, if I try not to pay this $440 now, it's like I could be out a towing and maybe have to stay in a hotel in the middle of somewhere. If the convention has some sort of contract with me to make an appearance and I don't show up, that's really bad. Jen in Minecraft says, at that rate, might as well buy a new car. You can't buy a new car for $2,600 that's, like, actually usable enough to take long distance to those conventions, though, is the thing. Like, and I was talking to some other people about that, and they're like, yeah, one of the problems with a car that cheap in Tennessee is that in the counties where they emissions test, the cars that are that cheap usually aren't going to be able to pass the emissions test. So then I'm going to have to, like, not register the car in my county? Where would I register it, though? That's, like, a whole separate thing. So, anyway, the reason the face camera has gotten bigger is because a bunch of folks sent in some tips via PayPal. Let me post that PayPal link also. So,
I got over 10% of the expense. Folks have already chipped in via PayPal since I posted that tweet. So thank you to everybody who did that. I'm going to go ahead and read their names. But yeah, so thank you to Stanley. Thank you to JT and Bex. Thank you to Fifth Alice. Thank you to Andrew. Thank you to Jessica. Thank you to Michael. And thank you finally to Ooze. So thank you very much, Ooze, as well as everybody else I just said. But yeah, like buying a new car at this point, like yeah, $2,500 could be a down payment on a new car, but I don't want a new car. My goal is to wring a few more years out of this car. If I take on more debt now, like that's not great. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like the car is 12 years old and it only has 110,000 miles on it though, because I don't drive it that often. I think I can get 15 years out of it. I can't afford a new car right now. Like, if I took that money and used it toward a down payment, my monthly expenses would be such that I would never be able to save for a mortgage. Like, I don't know. Or it would I'm not living like I'm not coming out very far ahead every month. So, yeah. It's one of those things. Hey, thank you to Elizabeth for the 40 who says, keep being cool. Sorry about your car. I'm trying my best to keep my cool, Elizabeth. Thank you for your support. It does help. So here we go. That's 2 more face camera expansions. Expand. Juiced. OBS freaks out when this gets this big. Do. And then that's going to lower our opacity now. Whoops. It's going to lower our opacity now to 6%. And then numero dos, expand, juiced. Do. Jellyfish Neo says, I just finished watching that video. It was rad. Thank you, Jellyfish Neo. I was very, very happy with how that video turned out. That was a lot of fun. One of the most different, and it's fun to experiment a little bit at the end of the season. I'm going to experiment at the beginning of the season too, but in different ways. So anyway, we're going to lower our opacity to 3% once I find my face. There it is. There it is. There's my eye. Bringing that down to 3% now so that nobody has to freak out. There we go. So thank you very much. That puts us 20 away from the next face camera expansion and the entrance of the Joust. Animate Barrel says, someone on the thread suggested getting a second opinion, and I agree on that. Well, here's the problem with that, is that there is a ton of Season 8 planning stuff that I am in the weeds with right now, and I need this car turned around too soon. Like, basically, there's no one I can delegate taking the car to different shops and stuff to. Like, the easiest thing to do is just to do it through the dealership, because they had to disassemble the car anyway for the airbag fix and the drive shaft recall. So, like, I don't know. Delegate the car to my daughter. She's 8. She's not going to drive the car. But, yeah. So, that's the thing, is it's a 12-year-old car that I've never had any significant mechanical problems with up to this point as well. That's the other thing, is it's like I've replaced the battery a couple times. I've replaced the spark plugs. I've replaced the tires. But, like, on the whole, this car has been incredibly reliable. So, like, being like, okay, after 12 years of ownership, I'm suddenly hit with a $2,600 bill. It's like, well, over the total cost of the car's life, like, that's actually really good. It sucks right now, but, like, I would rather pay to fix this car than to possibly buy if I buy another used car, I might find out that it has a bunch of problems too. Hey, thank you to Joyce for the 50. That is good. Who says, hope this helps. Good luck with your car. That is going to put us $30 past our next face camera expansion milestone. So here we go. Luckily, I've got a thing for that, assuming that I can find it. Oh no, where is it? I had a thing for that. I'm so good at Minecraft, y'all. Here we go.
watched my face. It took up your screens and began to fade. It replaced some pixels from a game you like. And this is my job, so I wanna be a webcam expander. Webcam expander. It's off-color optics from a broken cam, and some other child just throws up its hands. The Jost is beaten for showtime now. It's a heady job, and he wants to be a webcam expander. Webcam expander. Webcam expander.
So thank you very much for that, Joys. That's going to put us $30 past that milestone there. 20 away from the next one, because we're on $50 milestones now, because, hey, it's me. It's the Beetlejost with the most. So, yeah, got the abacus here. Boom. And looks like another tip just rolled in, because, hey, why wouldn't it? I'm the Beetlejost. I'm the best. Andrew, thank you very much for the 20, who says, good luck with the car, Joe. Well, thank you very much, Andrew. That is going to put us at that next face camera expansion milestone. So here we go. Webcam expander, webcam expander. Wow, I got a lot more of a twang than usual. Usually it's a little bit more like a little bit more of a Michael Keaton voice, a little bit more like this. There we go. Yeah, having a good time. Okay, we actually are gonna play Minecraft today. I promise y'all. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and let's put our Beetlejost head on here. Boom. Now we're rocking. Perfect. Okay. So, I don't know why I don't carry that thing all the time. That's pretty great. So we're going to go ahead and throw this over here, switch back to these. It's Betty Bye time. Well, time to lay our head down and dream. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh, that was not a good flight, because I was reading the chat. Whoops, my bad. Okay, so here we go. Up this. Boom. So yes, thank you to everybody for supporting the stream. People asking about whether or not it's Saturday. Once again, the proof is in my latest YouTube video, which you can watch here. These are the sorts of videos that only come out on Saturday, unless they screwed up. But, we try not to call attention to that. The NFL. Try not to call attention to that either. Lahav Papa says, what can you tell us about Season 8, The Mighty Beetlejost? No decisions have been made. The thing is, when you got a group of very creative people, they're gonna come up with a lot of very creative ideas, and it takes time to narrow those down. So, I can tell you the things that I can control myself, a little bit about those. I can tell you me and Cleo are planning on building a castle and a castle village together. I can tell you I am hoping to open a lava shop with a different hermit that I've been on the server with for even longer than Cleo. I've got a few collabs planned with other folks. One of the big things that we're trying to do now is I'm trying to work out, I'm trying to get as many hermits into the first 5 to 10 episodes as possible. Try to be really proactive about coming up with ideas for builds where, like, having particular people come get involved could be really helpful or could be really interesting and good on camera. So, a lot of correspondence, communication back and forth, but not a lot I can tell you. So here's the fun part, is even once we do start making decisions, I can't tell you what they are. So, but yeah, if you ever feel unprepared for anything, you should know, improvisation is a skill, and hermits are some of the best improvisers in the world. We will make this up as we go when it's time to go. And, you know what? It's not time to go yet. So, also, thank you very much to Catherine tipping a full Beetlejost expansion, 50 at once. Thank you so much. Here we go. Doing this voice is, it's a little bit of a talent, if you will. But I'm a very talented Beetlejost. Expand, me. Do-do-dee-dee. I don't know if I like that. That's good. That's kind of like a Tommy Wiseau. Oh, Mark, you're so funny. Ha 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 ha. I don't think I should ever do that again. That was... Oh no, we could have the Tommy Wiseau. I just pull my hair in front of my... Hold on. Like, it'd be like... I did not prank her. I did not! Oh, hi, Mock. Is that a thing? I don't know. That might be a thing. So, a lot of Orange says, are we still setting up the stream? Great question. I need to disconnect and reconnect for replay mod purposes anyway, so luckily I've got a song for that.
$8:30 p.m. the usual streaming setup. Turn on the lights, make sure they're bright and gleam. Title, tweet, pour water, tank top, and chroma. OBS seems all set, so I click start the streaming. So I'll pause, fold in, and open VLC. I'll pick 2 songs before lay your head down and dream. I'll say that's us to y'all, Joe Hills from Tennessee.
Folks asking when will my stream begin?
After howdy, it's items and chest tools breaking. Pickaxe went poof while talking to you professional Minecrafter here, there's no mistaking. So I'll click crafting quick anvil time enchant, pick then I'll replace the books in random chests with care. I'll tour my winery, I'm sure there's blocks somewhere, and then I'll hush and hush and hush and hush and swear not any closer to recording. Folks keep asking and asking and asking and asking, when will my stream begin? Seriously, y'all, I need to record this next episode I've been working toward. I can't edit without footage, no. Once I'm all geared up, maybe we can start the show.
So there we are. Stream is fully set up. Get that out of here. Boom. It is gone. Alrighty. So, thank you very much for that. We need... So this one is... So it goes 6, 12, 24. So if we do another lantern, this one is going to be 48 wide. No, yeah, that's right. So to do 48 by 48, I would need a calculator. Let's see, I got a computer here. Okay, calculator. 48 times 48 is 2,304 slabs. That's a lot of slabs. That's a lot of slabs, y'all. Let me, I am not entirely confident I have that number of slabs. I'm dubious. So, Jen in Minecraft says not enough height. The thing is, we're not going to make another full lantern. We're just going to make a base of the next lantern. Right? And also maybe the white cube. So if we make the white cube 128 high, then the lantern would be 48 wide. But we only have to make the base. We don't have to build the whole lantern. So this is the sort of thing I was like, if I have time to do this, I think it would look cool. But I wasn't sure. Yeah, so it's just gonna be the bottom of the lantern. But so the idea is that when you look up from here, if you flew upward, like from here, you would see the bottom of another lantern way high up, right? So, how far out though? This is the next thing I need to figure out. So this one was 16 by 16 wide. Which meant that there were 8 diagonal to here. And then there's another 8 to make this one 32 by 32 wide. Now we add 16 again to make this 64 by 64 wide. So if we add 32 on this side and 32 on that side, the next one would be the right width. So, of course, I have already not carried with me the blocks I need. Okay. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 20. It jumped. 29, 30, 31, 32. I think it's about here. So, this is 20. And then this is -11. But there is a block at 0. So that might be right. I don't want to count this out again. Okay, so this one was 4 wide, though. So this one will be 8 wide. So then we could count backwards from there and make sure that there were only 24 blocks left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we need to get some lights out. And if anyone brought Gorilla Radio, it would also be appropriate at this time. Okay, so this one's going to go this way. This one's going to go this way. So, Kid Historian says, I thought Season 7 ended. Of what? Star Trek The Next Generation? It did. All Good Things was the finale. 4, 5, dang it, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that's actually one too far. All Good Things was such a good episode. Yurgi, congratulations on having excellent taste. I hope it serves you well your entire life. Okay, so here we go. Putting this here. Removing that one. Okay. So now, if we go straight this way, so this is 19. When we hit the one at 19 on this side, we should be in the right place as well. Yeah, some people took some time off because they wanted to take a break or because they didn't want to juggle finishing their season at the same time that we're working on starting a new season. So, I know I had a bunch of white glass in one of these boxes. Not that box. Probably not this one either. Okay, this one at least has bones in it. I'm realizing that crafting bench that I did not bring would have actually been really handy to have brought. There's one. Why can I not? Oh, I gotta make white dye out of it. So we're going to put the gray carpet away for right now. And we're going to make some white glass. There we go. That wasn't so hard. Okay, we don't really need the scaffolds right now, I'm guessing. Or the green tunic. We can put the lantern here. So we need 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thanks, Magma Cube. You really freaked me out there. Okay. Kirk says, what's your skin routine to get such a great complexion? I take a shower every day. It's not hard, y'all. Take a shower. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, 62. But yeah. I use nice shampoo that you get at the grocery store, but not salon shampoo. And I use soap. It's like, yeah. You can do it. I believe in you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was mistaken about the New York part, but it is Saturday because that's the day that this video comes out, and this video is out today, so clearly we've got that going for us. Okay, so negative 107. We need to hold on to that until we hit that. So those secondary directions that we did there are paying off for us now. Okay. Let's make sure that I haven't missed any more tips. Cool, we're good. Okay. Oh, no, we're not. Thank you very much to Sav for the 11. Appreciate it, Sav. Who says, happy to kick off my wife's birthday weekend with a Joe Hill stream and some Minecraft. Good luck with your car. Well, thank you very much. Feliz cumpleaños a la esposa de Sav. Feliz cumpleaños a la esposa de Sav. Feliz cumpleaños a la esposa de Sav. Feliz cumpleaños a ustedes? Usted? Y muchos más. I don't know. That one kind of got away from me. But, yeah, happy birthday. Hope she has a great one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. My webcam is operating precisely within the parameters expected. Okay. So this one's at negative 66 on this vector. So if we stay on negative 66 on here, that should bring us to this one. We're just kind of checking our work here by... Oh, wow, I should eat something. We're kind of just checking our work here by verifying that these things line up. If they don't line up, then we have a problem, potentially. They don't line up. Okay. Why don't they line up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's right. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So this actually is somehow cumulatively more wrong than it should have been. Anyway. Okay, do we still have 8 of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, well, that's even more disconcerting. Oh, that is 64. Okay, that does line up. Great, great, great. Okay, this is fine. That worked. Hey, welcome, Mr. Hardluck. Oh, also, that reminds me. Sorry, people in the YouTube or in the not YouTube chat, in the Discord chat. Sorry, I had the wrong window up there, and I might have missed. Oh, just let's see. It's just Melons Away criticizing our improvisational skills. Never bet against our improvisation skills. Melon's away. Is Cub here? Mahi Zero says, Badger, I love how you somehow added just a little bit more emphasis for every Joe Hills as the video went on. Yeah, that was like the only thing that we really, for those of you who haven't seen the latest episode yet, go watch it. But I've linked it several times. That was one of the only things that I like gave like a really specific note to Badger about. I was like, yeah, so just read this like Pixel Riffs does. I know you can make fun of Pixel Riffs. This will be easy. Just mock his cadence, and you can nail it. But I was like, one thing I do want to make sure is on the transitions, like I put Joe Hills in all caps because I want you to do that introductory thing, which is the like elsewhere on the server, Joe Hills is working on blah blah blah, that sort of thing, like. But yeah, that was just one of those. That was one of those things where I was like, this is gonna make or break the episode, and the first round of audio that Badger sent over absolutely perfectly nailed it. Like, our process for that was that she did like 3 takes for every line, and there was 1 good take for every line in there. I initially was like, okay, send me over what you got, and then we'll review it, and I might have some notes, but it's just like, this is all great. This is all usable. Awesome. His Greatness says, Joe, so pumped to see your retweet about the Broken Earth show. Such a good series. Yeah, I'm really excited that N.K. Jemisin is directly involved. That's really good. Yep. So, now that we've got this set up here, I think we are ready to actually do a recording segment. I wanted to have this kind of roughly started before we started recording, because okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yeah, I wanted to have this kind of roughly laid out before we started, so that when I'm introducing the concept, I can be like, so here it is at 1 pixel per block scale. Here it is at 2 pixels per block scale. 4 blocks per pixel, that sort of thing. And finally, we're going to add another tier with 8 blocks per pixel out this way, that sort of thing. Hard Luck says, oh snap, we should have some riffing after tonight's stream. Yeah, sorry I couldn't actually riff last week. I had some friends that were in town, and I was like, oh hey, you should come by like whenever, and they weren't sure like what their schedule was going to be like, so I just sat down to riff, and I hear them knocking, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, well, yeah. But like, now that people are finally getting vaccinated, it's like this is the first Friday night I've taken off in a year. And I have friends in town. I'm gonna have, see if they want to hang out and come over. So yeah, sorry for not riffing with y'all like last time, or last week. But yeah, I was just like, I can't miss this opportunity to hang out with folks. So Quicker Quail says, absolutely best episode, 10 out of 10. Well, I had excellent help. I really, obviously, like, bringing folks in, because a lot of HermitCraft is very individual, like, a lot of stuff we do all on our own, and so yeah, this was kind of an experimental thing, but I had a lot of fun with it, so, and I think it turned out great. I was so happy with how it turned out, and like 90% of that is that Badger just did an amazing job. But yeah, and Pix and Desloy left some nice comments on the episode as well. let's see if I can find those. I can post. Yeah. I posted Zloy and Pixel Riff's comments here, in Twitter. So there they are. So Zloy says, let me do my. I gotta get like to get into Zloy's voice like. Vous по-русски. До свидания. This is actually so well done. No, that's German. This is actually so well done. There could have been more Joe Hills, though. I don't know if that's good or not. And then Pixel Riffs commented, well, we always said that you aren't a legitimate recap unless you have comprehensive Joe Hills coverage. That's not a Pixel Cadence. So this gets 2 thumbs up from me. I feel like this is almost my Shatner voice, not my Pixel Riffs voice. That was the other thing, is I was like, I know that I can't do... Hey, Iskadoo, I'm not actually in New York. I was making a Saturday night joke. But anyway, it's a false... It's a counterfactual humor joke, but glad you could join us, Iskadoo. Hey, welcome Otaku with Insomnia, who says, I haven't caught a stream in forever. Well, I'm still here to remind you of the mess you left when you stopped attending my streams, and I'm gonna flail like a baby, 'cause I'm sad that you went away. That's not actually how any part of that song goes. But there you go, Otaku with Insomnia. I'm glad you are back. Like the prodigal son, I'm going to declare we should have a party. And like the prodigal son's dad, I'm going to say, heck yeah, party time. That's not exactly the original Hebrew. I'm assuming the prodigal son's dad talked Hebrew. The prodigal son's dad might have actually spoken Aramaic, because the contemporary telling of the story would have been in Aramaic. But like, here's the question, y'all. When Jesus rolled out with these parables, did he do voices? Like, if he's like one of the greatest humans of all time, because he's like the only human that's also fully God, while like we all enjoy some divinity. I mean, obviously, look at this. Divine. But, right, if he's that great, what kind of voices does Jesus do when he tells these stories? Like, when he tells the story of the prodigal son, does he, like, does he give the, like, is the dad of the prodigal son, like, does he deepen his voice and do a dad voice? And, like, when the prodigal son's brother who stuck around and worked the whole time, does he do kind of like a stuck up, like, oh, father, I can't believe that you would bestow this gift upon my brother who has not done the work. I'm not quoting the lines exactly. But did Jesus voice act? Exactly, Louis. That's exactly it. You gotta ask. You know, you can't just rely on the text, you know? So anyway, now we are asking the real questions. But, oh my gosh. Okay, you know what I want to do? I want to do a skit where Jesus is coaching the apostles about how to retell these parables. Where like James and John are like, okay, we're going to act out being the two brothers. And he's like, no, you're terrible actors. Don't act out being the two brothers. Just tell the story. And it's like, I'm the grumpy brother. I'm the fun brother. I spent all my money. I got the inheritance early and I got drunk. And it's like, no, you gotta not do that. Sorry, this is like, I'm kind of joking about this being a good idea, but this might legitimately be a good idea. This might be a good skit. Jill Jackson accurately asserts rabbis have been arguing about this probably since around 34 AD. I am not planning a vacation Bible school. I do not have the time or insurance for that. Okay. NJ's putting that on my list of things to do. Thank you, NJ. Like, I'm sorry, like, this just occurred to me now. This is not a bit that I wrote. Like, this is just something where I'm like, but this could be a bit that I wrote. If this could be so much better. This could be great. This could be really funny. You know, and like, the thing is, you know, there is a... Whoa, hey, Tommy Boy just posted that he hit more than his target on his charity stream earlier and raised over $1,500. Sorry, I've just clicked a different thing and saw this. And Tommy says, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. So anybody who showed up for Tommy's charity stream, which we rated last night, and then again, Tommy was streaming from my Snapshot server earlier. Congratulations to Tommy, and thank you to everybody in this community who has chosen to support the Trans Lifeline during Pride Month. You know, I try not to roll in here and corporate rainbow wash or whatever, but it makes me so happy to see members of my community who identify in that way showing up for Pride Month and saying, we're going to help other people. And anything I can do to support that, it's their month. It's not mine. Tommy, you know what? I watched that stream for an hour and a half last night. Tommy just killed it. Great stream. So if you're not already following Tommy on Twitch, oh no, I don't have. Yurgi, I'm gonna VIP you. Can you post a link to Tommy's thing? Tommy's, is that? Am I putting you on the spot here, Yurgi? But I don't have time to find that. Oh, NJ has it. Thank you. Yeah, I don't have. Okay, well, you're both now VIP'd. Cool. But yeah, so awesome job, Tommy. Hey, also, thank you to Leaked for the 2. That is going to bring us 38 away from our next... Or, sorry, 37 away from our next Face Gamer expansion. Twitch.tv/thattommyboy. Great, I'm going to copy and paste that over to YouTube. Tommy is going to be streaming and fundraising all month for the Trans Lifeline. So, there we go. Okay. A lot of Orange says, is it really rainbow washing of you if you're actually doing things instead of just going for rainbow capitalism? Well, my point is, like, there's a difference between, like, a history month and a Pride month, right? So this month is also, in Canada, Aboriginal History Month. And I think, like, I have a degree in history. It would be appropriate for me to, like, you know, say, like, hey, here are some resources. Here are some things you should check out. And this is something I haven't had time to get to yet. But, like, it is something I'm looking at. But for things that are about identity is about self, right? And I shouldn't make that about me if that's not my identity, right? So for Pride Month, I want to support artists and creators who are celebrating this month, because it's not my month to celebrate, it's theirs, you know? And so, yeah, that's what I'm saying, is it's, like, I am actively avoiding rainbow washing or things like that. Like, and I'm trying to do better. I feel like that is the most helpful thing I can do, and so I'm going to do it. Okay. So, anyway, so congratulations to Tommy for that. And sorry, this stream is kind of wildly distracted because there's a lot going on all over right now. What I was gonna say is we need to place some of these blocks here, and what I kind of want to do is set up this one before we start recording. I want to set up this one as, like, this is a footprint of what we're looking at, and then I want to fly over here and say this one is a pillar that's already done. Wait. Hold on. Are these going to connect? This one's at 19. And this one's at 19. Okay, cool. Just double checking. I don't want to build this pillar and find out that I did it wrong, okay? That would be devastating psychologically, mathematically, logistically, linguistically. I would be disappointed in myself too. MathWiz says, how did this get from Minecraft to LGBTQ? Oh, because one of my moderators was doing a fundraiser earlier for Pride Month, and I was congratulating them on hitting or exceeding their target. I am very, like, here's the thing, is, like, there are some creators who, like, their whole thing is, like, everything's about me, right? And I don't want to be that guy. The people in my community and the people who work to help me, when they have a victory, I want to celebrate that because that's something great about them, you know? And that's also because Tommy was able to hit this goal thanks to donations partially from members of this community. I was saying, like, y'all are awesome. Thank you for watching Tommy's stream and enjoying this as a community and supporting the charity. That's how we got there. This was not a, like, hey, let me talk about politics for a second thing. This was a, hey, I'm really excited to see people in this community doing well, and I am just want to take a second to enjoy it. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I've had a rough year, okay? If we don't take a moment to celebrate the people around us getting stuff done right now, we're gonna lose a lot, right? I have not had enough opportunities to express joy in the last, like, 15 months or so. So, you know, look, you know, I'm just gonna recommend against being too negative all the time, because the world right now is super negative all the time. There's a lot of people who are suffering right now, and that's always true to some degree, but this particular year has been super rough. So yeah, when I see someone in this community having a victory, I want to recognize it and I want to celebrate it, because hey, it's been a while since we had a win. Or we don't get a lot, or even if we had a win here or there recently, we don't have a lot of wins these days, you know? So, yeah. I'm very happy for Tommy, and I am very happy for this community. Like, one thing that I'm trying to do as well is I'm trying to avoid micromanaging too much when the folks on my moderation staff do events. Like, so Tommy earlier was streaming a build contest from my Snapshot server. And it's like, okay, Tommy has only been streaming for a few months now. You know, so I wanted to check out his stream last night. I hung out for like an hour and a half just to make sure that there wasn't anything where I was like, hey, you might want to tweak this. I think I had one note about like, hey, your Minecraft game sounds are a little loud, right? But like, that was it. Like, in terms of performance, presentation, everything was great. And so, you know, this build contest, you know, I wasn't like just sitting there like a hawk, you know, jumping in on the chat and stuff. It's like, you know, I poked in occasionally quietly just to make sure no technical issues, nothing that I needed to do as a server admin. But, you know, it was, you got to give people an opportunity to do their thing and thrive. And I was so happy to see Tommy do that. Mahi0 says, I don't know if Joe realizes how much glass he needs. I don't know if you realize I've been dumping glass into those furnaces for the last, like, week and a half. So, yeah. Okay. So we're trying to hit build height. So luckily we don't have to measure this. We just have to hit it. There we go. Glass is just cheap diamonds. Exactly. So, from here, we need to go down and... So, as I've done these, as we've expanded each level out, you can see that this one here is actually kind of more like a plus. And this one here is just like a diagonal, right? So these supports on these are not full squares. I love that noise. So for these, what I think I'm gonna do is have something kind of similar, where it's like 4 2 crosses here, or 4 diagonals here, like this, right? Like one on each corner. So it frames the shape of this. Mathwiz says, wow, your teeth are yellow. Thank you. Dean Baker says, late to the party, but Joe, the recap episode was really well done. Thank you. I had excellent assistance. I would not have been able to do that without the incredibly talented Badger Spanner. And I really appreciate her being so awesome on that project. Like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, well, Pixel Riffs is British. I guess I could just get any British person. Or I could get an incredibly talented British person with a great voice. Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm getting Badger. So, yeah. Good decision-making 101. Okay. Don't yell in all caps, Mathwiz. That's a timeout. You can read the rules. That gives you 5 minutes to go read the rules. Maybe 10 minutes. I don't know how timeouts work. It's different on different services. And I'm out of blocks. Oh yeah, we're gonna want to put down this and this, so we don't have anything small. Am I wearing gold? I'm not wearing gold. Will he attack me? I should probably just kill it. Oh, dang it, that's gonna be a problem in the long term. There we go, one less problem. Drew Baca says, I legit thought Badger was Cleo for about 2 seconds. I'm sure that Badger will take that as a compliment. Glitterbearder says, hey, Joe Hills, how long are you planning on streaming for tonight? First time watching the stream, but I've been watching on YouTube for a while. Love the content. Well, hey, thank you, Glitterbeard. Just so you know, if you've never seen a Joe Hills stream before, this is like being in the live studio audience for when they film like Full House or Family Matters or whatever. So what I do is, you know how in the show on YouTube I yell time skip? This is all the stuff between the segments, right? And so when I yell time skip, I turn the camera back on, and then I get a bunch of stuff together, and then I turn the camera off again, and I start recording. And so you might see me record like 3 or 4 minutes of actual footage that'll go in the video tonight, even though we're hanging out until the hour. Now, at about an hour from now, my time, or your time, Manu Smith of MPT3K starts streaming. My Friday night for the last 2 months, maybe 3 now, has been to go watch his show. It is an interactive riffing theater, like a comedy thing, like Mystery Science Theater 3000. It's the best thing on Twitch. So, y'all, normally when I end my stream, I'm like, I gotta edit footage and go to bed. I gotta clean. I gotta get stuff ready for tomorrow morning. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. Friday night, which is actually tonight, it turns out. Sorry, title card. Friday night, after the stream, I get myself a nice snack, I pour myself a nice drink, and I watch MPT3K. I will be there in the chat. This is not like a Fire and Forget raid. Come hang out, Mystery Pinball Theater 3000 after this. It is like I said, one of the best things on Twitch. I am not exaggerating. I have been streaming since before Twitch existed. Somebody said Twitch is almost 10 years old. I've been streaming since 2008. I streamed on Ustream. I streamed on Justin TV. I stream on Twitch now, as well as YouTube, and Periscope for a while, and Mixer. Like, I've been all over the place. I've seen a lot of shows. Mystery Pinball Theater. Technologically, one of the best. Presentation-wise, one of the best. Humor-wise, funny as heck. It's a joy, okay? Keep Thinking Good says, it's Joe's night out, only at home. Well, we got a pandemic on, and I got a kid. So, what do you want? This is the best. So, anyway, yeah. So if MPT3K isn't ready to start right at 11 my time, which is about 53 minutes from now, I might have my show go a little bit later so that we can rate him, because he deserves however many people will show up as his audience. Like, brilliant, humorous, technically minded guy. Like, cannot say enough nice things. Okay. So here we go. Ah! Come on. This is the worst part about running out of these. No! Stupid glass pillar. I'm gonna take so much fall damage when I finally do land on this thing. Okay. And we're coming up short here. Okay. No! I like talking to the chat. That's why I stream. Y'all gotta keep in mind, when I started streaming, I would have like 5 to 10 people in chat for like the first 5 or 6 years of streaming. I did not have a big audience, but they were people that I knew. Like, I streamed so I could hang out with people that I knew, like from other cities, in the evenings after work. I was like, hey, let's hang out. I'm gonna draw. You guys can hang out, and we'll catch up. How's your week been? You know, that sort of thing. So, like, yeah, part of the fun of streaming is talking to people. That's why I do it. I could make these episodes alone, quietly, with Stargate running a lot. Like, that's when before I started streaming all the production of my episodes, I basically would just, like, go through Stargate again. Oh, now it's time to watch Stargate Atlantis. Okay, we're on Universe. Okay, we're back to SG-1. Let's just watch a lot of Stargate. Jaffa, Kree, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah. Yeah, Stargate is great. It is a Beetlejuice already, Blaze Anarchy Banana. If anybody else would like to tip, let me make sure to link that every so often. Tips are always welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills. I had some automotive problems earlier, so folks have been very generous. We have probably... I can't do the math on the fly, but when the stream started, we had covered about 10% of the bill, and we were probably closer to 15 or 20 now, but I can't do the math on the fly. Hey, Shamhat, thank you for the raid. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee on the HermitCraft server. I am currently in process building a giant concentric nether hub thing here on the roof of our nether. We've got a bunch of signs and ribbons that lead out everywhere. Whoops. And what I am working on now is, so we've got these concentric glass blocks with lanterns on top of them, so people can find their way back to the middle. Here's one. You are here. And it scales up and gets bigger. And so we are working on the 128 by 128 tall glass block now. I'm realizing I am almost out of rockets, though. I might need to go get more. Let's see. Where do we go down for those? Shamhat says, I hope you're having fun. Love your content. Thanks. You know, we might be able to just get rockets. I think Tango Tech in his base. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of noises I don't like. Okay, well, free zombie candy. Okay, let's somewhere in here there should be. There we go. Oh no, I took my rocket chest out back in my base. Okay, so we gotta fly to my base real quick, but we only have 6 rockets. I think we can do it. I think we can fly back to my base with only 6 rockets. So we're gonna fly over False Symmetry's base real quick, and then we will get to mine. Intrepid Mr. Rico says, I'm excited for the Foundation series to start. Oh, you know what I watched today was the latest episode of Mythic Quest, which actually was one of their... Every season they do one episode set a few decades in the past. And this season they had an episode that took place in 1972 at Amazing Science Fiction / Amazing. It might have originally been Amazing Stories magazine or Amazing Fantasy magazine, and it Isaac Asimov was a major figure, but it was kind of the backstory of one of the characters who's a writer for the game, who is now an elderly man trying to make his way in the world of science fiction writing. And I gotta say, I don't want to spoil the episode for you, but if you don't watch Mythic Quest, you could just watch this episode alone if you like science fiction magazines, because it was solid. Like the guy who is like a character in the present day show, he's like 22 or something, and he shows up for his first day as a copy editor at this science fiction magazine, and he's there with 2 other copy editors, and like they're talking before the boss comes in, and it's like, oh yeah, they printed one of my stories. Oh, they printed one of my stories too. I'm so excited, blah blah blah. And and it's like, yeah, we're starting out as copy editors, but like we're gonna make it, that sort of thing. And the boss comes in, and he's like, do you know why the 3 of you are here? And one of them was like, because we sent stories in and you liked them? No, because you sent stories in and everything was spelled properly. Your verbs were verbs, your nouns were nouns, you understood how sentences work. You are now worth your weight in gold in this industry. I'm just kidding. You're actually worth $2, but I'm only going to pay... I'm just kidding. You're actually worth $2 an hour, but I'm only going to pay you $1.80 an hour because I know you love science fiction. It's just like... sorry, I did not deliver that well. But anyway, that's like in the first 3 minutes of the episode. The whole episode is gold. But yeah, so if you like Asimov, the latest episode of Mythic Quest, because Asimov, Bradbury, and Ursula Le Guin are in the place at various points, and it's cool. But yeah, it's so anyway, somebody was talking about I don't know how much glass I'm gonna need. You know what? Maybe I don't. Oh wait, maybe I do. Probably should have brought some shulker boxes. Is it on YouTube? No, it's on Apple TV or Apple TV Plus. It's Mythic Quest. It's Megan Gans's new show, who is, in my opinion, one of the best writers in modern American television. She worked on Community. She worked on what is it called? Always Sunny in Philadelphia. When a show has been running for more than a decade, and then all of a sudden you bring somebody in who just makes it that much better, it's just there's a clear line in the quality. Because it was already a pretty good show or it wouldn't have run for that long. But they bring in Megan Gans and it's just way better. And then Mythic Quest was one of the first shows that she was involved with from the beginning. But it's her, Charlie Day, and Rob McElhenney's show. And it's got the guy who plays Abed from Community in there. It's got Ashley Birch from Hey Ash, What You Playing? If you like Ashley Birch, she's great in Mythic Quest. I really recommend it. My Life as a Weird Person says, your camera sucks, not being mean. No. That's fine. Okay. So, what are we doing? We are getting rockets. And more specifically, we are getting... we're going to put some extra glass in this chest and take out the Enderman head. I don't think we need this wood or this. Yeah, we're gonna make this chest really do a lot of work for us here. Oh, we don't need these. Okay, let's empty some of this out. Okay. That's not optimal. But we'll make do. We do need the bones to make our bread. Just kidding. Okay. We'll dump this in there. We don't need the sticks. At this point, we have enough signs. Don't need the Enderman head. We might need the black wool, though. Okay, so this one is now full. We grab that. Hey, Croatian Samurai. Doing well. Thank you for asking. Okay. And it's dark out, so we're going to go lay our head down and dream. Okay. Tyrone Ramon, if your kid is watching right now, or if you want to clip this on Twitch, I don't know how clips work, because I refuse to learn very much that's, like, platform-centric. Twitch loves to, like, get people into their ecosystem by being like, look, I gave you a feature that you can't get on YouTube. But, like, I'm like, no, I don't want that. But if you know how clips work, you are welcome to clip what I'm about to say. Which is, Feliz cumpleaños a ti, Feliz cumpleaños a ti, Feliz cumpleaños, el niño o la niña de Tyrone Ramon. Feliz cumpleaños a ti y muchos más. Jill Jackson, yes, that's true. Ashley Birch is great. But not as great as the birthday I hope Tyrone Ramon's kid has. Actually, that's... I mean, Ashley Birch is really great. it'd be hard to beat. Okay, wait, we need to go back. This is why we got the rockets, so we can fly around more. Okay, so we're gonna dye a bunch of this white. Boom, bum, bum, boom. Boom, 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 bum, 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 ba da da. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, we don't need a lot of this stuff right now. At the moment. Oh, actually, wait. Immediately, I'm like, oh, but I do need that gray carpet so I can put it down on top of this. Because we also need this white stained glass. Yay. Okay. Can I hum Sonic 2? Everybody's supersonic racing. Gotta get your feet right off the ground. Everybody's supersonic racing. There's no time to look around. I think I'm going to do these as individual pillars because it's just easier. Everybody, everybody. Hey, welcome, Bitty Squiddy. Matthew Lavis. Notice that we were 37 away from our next Face Gamer expansion. Tipped precisely that, putting us at the next milestone, and says, great episode, Joe. Also, thank you for building such a great community. I've had a lot of fun in my short time here. Hey, well, thank you so much, Matthew Lavis. But you know what time it is? Showtime. So there we go, expanding the Beetlejuice once more. And that puts us 50 away from our next Face Camera expansion. Tips are always welcome via YouTube Super Chat and paypal.me/Joe Hills. Hey, MView, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see here. It looks like we also just got a tip for 20 from Tony. Thank you very much, Tony. That's going to put us 30 away from our next Face Camera expansion milestone. Once the Beetlejuice shows up, they jump to 50. Because, you know, hey, I'm the Beetlejuice with the most, and clearly I'm worth it. So, you know, let's see. How much for a whole screen, Joe? I don't actually have the math on that, but it just keeps getting bigger. We are 30 away from the next Face Camera expansion, though. Jill Jackson says, that reminds me, I made a bard in D&D named Danny Elfman. That's great, Jill Jackson. Hey, Ray McKay. Welcome. Hope y'all up in Calgary, Alberta are doing well. He's a tabaxi. Because of course he is. Why would he be an elf? Okay. So here we go on this. So far, we are at like 80 minutes to get part of one pillar set up. Oh, and also I almost died. Should I not eat that? There we go. Okay. Why is the COC thing up? I don't know. Because it's a Twitch-specific feature and I'm bad at those. If you have a chance to look at the Discord tonight, can you read out of 10 what I posted in the food channel? Oh, hey, Devin Karates, thank you for the heads up there. It's a little early for me to head out yet, but that is good to know. Did I finish the Tetris hallway? I did, Iskadoo. Thank you for asking. Okay. But yeah, can I rate what you posted on the food channel? Oh, wow. That... MView has been taking bartending lessons. That is, like... I'm legitimately impressed. Like, that is a very well-poured sangria. Do you mind sharing, like, precisely what you put in that? Like, what kind of wine, and I'm guessing a little bit of Sundrop and maybe some orange juice in there. That's a 10 out of 10 sangria. I see you've got an actual orange on the glass. But yeah, that is a ludicrously well... That is possibly the best made sangria in history. Because the only people that really drink sangrias are, like, me and my friends, because we made them up at PlayOnCon a few years ago, and, like, the people that I rant about how great they are. Oh, some of my coworkers, because I made them for my coworkers at a party one time. Can we see it if possible? I don't know if Discord images will be shareable outside of Discord. I'm going to try, though. Tell me if you can see this. That bartending practice has paid off. That is ludicrously competent. And so much nicer. So normally when I pour it, I put the wine on the bottom so that I can measure it out better. A lot of orange says, I don't drink, and I even think that looks good. Yeah. Badger Spanner says, highest sugar content at the bottom, lowest sugar at the top, and you're done. Gotcha, that makes sense. Because I think Badger also used to be a bartender. Well, actually, I know that, but I don't know why I'm being coy about that. That's just a fact. Anybody who's talked to Badger for an extended period of time about alcohol would know that. Okay. Or even a short period of time. Yeah. Slow pour over a spoon, says M. Very cool. Hey, Salmon Bat, glad you could join us. We are in progress. You know, I'm not sure if this is going to work. Like, as I'm looking at this, I might need to fill in the sides. Well, that's a sangria. It's got Sundrop in it, which is like... So some of y'all might have heard, like, there's... So basically, Sundrop was this soda that was originally invented to cut moonshine. And so I realized if it can make moonshine taste decent, I bet that it would save this, like, box of really cheap wine that my friend bought. And it did. And then I was like, what if I mixed Sundrop with good wine and, like, made, like, a sangria, and I could put, like, fresh fruit in it and stuff. And... yeah, that looks like a 16-ounce glass to me. But yeah, that's really impressive. So anyway, Sundrop, if you don't have it where you live, it's like a grapefruit citrus drink. There's like a cheap knockoff of it that PepsiCo produces called Mountain Dew, but it's not as good. Except no substitutions. Thank you for the death rattle noise. It really helped bring my point home. Alrighty, have a good night, Quayball. It might be K-Ball. Okay. Yeah, I might need to make these, maybe not bring them all the way to the center, but maybe have them come in one more here. Like, so the corners right now feel insubstantial in relation to the size of the thing. I don't know though. That might be pretty good. It's like if I'm flying around and I see that also like lets me know I'm getting close. And the other thing is about these is if you happen to be really high up in the Nether when you're approaching this area, it kind of gives you a guide of like, oh, I need to get lower. Salmon Bat says, can I ask a question? That's actually explicitly against the rules. You are timed out, so you have time to read the rules. No meta questions. Okay. So, let's see here. Hey, we got a PayPal tip I need to recognize. Thank you very much, Anastasia, for the 15, who says, maintenance! Indeed. I had a pretty big car quote come in today for auto fixes and maintenance, so I appreciate all the tips rolling in. I was going to say, it's not entirely one less thing to worry about, but it's like 20% of one less thing to worry about or so far. So thank you very much. That puts us 15 away for the next face camera expansion. Hey, welcome, Incredible Mike. Yeah, okay. But yeah. Oh. Okay. I won't delete what out of spite. You know, actually, it is distracting. So, yes. If it's slowing down the stream without really benefiting anybody, then it's gone. Bum, 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 bum. So, my plan was to get one of those as a full column setup, and then get this one over here as a full wall setup. Okay, here we go. Whoops, that was too far. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, it's a very reliable car on the whole. This is the first big maintenance bill I've ever had for it in 12 years. So, like, I would rather fix such a reliable car than to roll the dice on a different used car at this point. So... hey there, Naomi says, hey Joe, can you bring back the Beetlejuice voice? Yeah, I can. I need to also bring back having blocks in my hand, you know. Gotta do two things at once here on the stream. We gotta talk to the chat. We gotta do whatever. M says, I intentionally did part vodka and part tequila too. Oof. I am not sure. I mean, I'd have to try it. But, okay. Blaze Anarchy Banana says, Beetlejuice is the coolest thing I've ever seen any streamer do ever. Well, then you need to stick around when we raid Mystery Pinball Theater 3000 in a half hour, because it's even cooler than this. Like, I haven't been able to implement a lot of the ideas I've gotten since watching Manu and learning from what he's been doing. Like, I mean, I've done a few things. Like, I've got the animated effects on stuff like this, or the hydration break thing slides in and out now. But, like, I've got some stuff long term I'm thinking about. Like, brilliant streamer, brilliant entertainer. I cannot recommend him enough. Like, I am great at a lot of things, and I have no problem saying, like, This is somebody who is just like next level. So yeah, that's my Friday night. My Friday night off. A lot of times after the stream, I go do more work. But on Fridays after the stream, I go get myself some like the cutting board out, get some like cheese or sausage, just have a nice little snack, have a drink, and make jokes on MPT3K. It's so fun. It is not my birthday. Don't do that. That's like so off topic and distracting. That's a timeout. Don't lie to people about today being my birthday. That's not cool. Jill Jackson says, plus where can you find another 76 Pinto in such good condition? Well, the thing is, it's like a 2008 Honda Fit. But, like, because I would walk or take the bus to work most of the time, I've got, like, 110,000 miles on it. And I've talked to other Fit owners, and they're like, I got 200, 300,000 out of it. And so I'm thinking, like, I could probably get a few more years out of this car. I've been taking good care of it on the whole. Scar's here. Yay. Yay, Scar. Good evening. I know I still gotta get my face on that mountain, but... Croatian Samurai says, I've been watching Manu for 3 weeks. Thanks, Joe, for introducing me to his stream. You are most welcome. You know, what he's doing is brilliant, and I'm just glad to see other folks enjoying it. Okay. Iskadoo says the Leroy on board programming he does for Rift Theater 2.0 is amazing. Such hard work. Yeah, it's really cutting edge, next level tech. Ancient Spoon says if the edging looks thin, it's because it's roughly 1/3 of the width. But to make it larger, it would take exponentially more glass, which it doesn't look like you have a surplus of. I actually have several double chests of it back in my base. So we're not like too hurting for this. Like we could do it with more. Jill Jackson says, if you take care of a car like that, it'll last, especially since they don't excessively salt roads in the winter where you live. Exactly. And, like, it's one of those things like, you know, like I said, I don't use the car much for driving around town. I try to walk places or take public transit. And so, like, it's you know, that's the other thing is, like, people are like, oh, just get a cheap car to get you by. And I'm like, I don't need a car to get me by. I can walk or take the bus to get by. It's to do, oh no, my rockets were in there. Okay. Luckily Scar doesn't ever go in the nether, so I don't need to warn him to stay out of the nether. I know MPT3K is live, but I'm going to stream until 11, because, just because he started early. Folks have been tipping very well over this car thing, and I don't want to cut my stream early. Even though I've kind of had, like, a whole day. You know, I also need to get this, recording, like, started, or closer to started. Iskadoo says, my 2002 truck is pushing 335,000 miles. It's getting rusty, but it still gets me where I need to go. Yeah. So it's like, I'm not in any urgent situation where it's like, I have to have a car tomorrow to get to work. I'm in a situation where it's like, I have to have a car eventually, or I have to have a car in like 3 weeks to get to Alabama. And then I have to have a car to maybe get to San Antonio or Boston a little bit after that, or New York, or like places, or Georgia for conventions. Like, so it's like, I would rather get the car fixed properly than gamble on some cheap clunker. Which, especially because Davidson County around Nashville has pretty strict emission standards. A lot of the cheapest cars, one of the reasons they're cheap is they won't pass city emissions tests. So, you know, there's that. So it's like, yeah, it's $26.50 for one visit to the shop, but it's the first expensive visit to the shop I've ever had with this car. like I said, I've swapped the tires a few times, or maybe 2 times. I've swapped the battery twice. I swapped the spark plugs, but like on the whole, I've never had to take the car in for a busted radiator or a thrown rod or anything. It's a very reliable vehicle, and I know I can get a few more years out of it if I just take care of it. So, which in this case, unfortunately, is a little pricey. Okay, so which direction do we need to go before everything despawns? I think this way or the next one. Is it this one? No, it is the next one. Technologic says, I have no concept of distances in the USA or how long things take to drive. How long would it take you to get to New York City? Probably about 12 to 14. I think about 12 hours to Philadelphia, maybe 13 or 14 to New York. Boston would be closer to 16, I think. But the thing is, with 2 drivers, you can do those in a day. And the thing is, if you have like 4 people in your car when you're going to a convention, because like I like to go to conventions with my friends, right? So we take turns driving. Like with a car, it gets cheaper when you add people, whereas with a plane, they whatever the price of the ticket is, multiply it by 4, right? So like for going to conventions and getting out there, like I want to get out there and I want to see the fans. I want to hang out with y'all. Like now that COVID is now that we're getting vaccinations and stuff. Like, it might not be soon, but it'll be sooner than later, NJ says 3 hours on a good day to get to NYC to Philly. I don't have Google Maps in front of me. Y'all can check Nashville to NYC. How long does it take? I don't know. Somebody says 13 hours, 20 minutes. Okay. So, yeah. It's one of those things, though, where, like, if you, what was I going to say? Where, like, for going to conventions, splitting a car with a bunch of people is a way to keep costs down. And, like, I'm at a point in my life where I gotta control costs. Like, but, also, one of the few situations where I might need my car might be something involving, like, I can't miss a custody handoff with my kid, right? Because I'm a single parent, and, like, that's the thing, too, is, like, if I cheap out on car repairs, and then, like, me missing a custody thing ends up being a point in a, like, relocation or court case later about, like, because, like, if I move, there's, like, a whole automatic, like, opportunity to challenge everything about the custody situation and stuff, like as part of the relocation thing. There could be a hearing, so like I don't need there to be an also like, well, he was supposed to have her here at this time and he wasn't there, because like the amount that it would cost to fix the car so that doesn't happen, or so it's less likely to happen, versus the amount of extra work my lawyer would have to do to defend against those things. In the end, I'm pretty sure my lawyer could be like, yeah, there was no ill intent, it's fine. But if I'm called on it, he has to be able to present that. And him being prepared to present that is billable hours. And when you have an attorney, you don't want to give them anything to bill you for. You want to have the easiest slam dunk thing in the world, right? Hey, thank you very much, Alexander, for the 10. That is going to put us 5 away from the next face camera expansion. Yeah, Amber Wood, Sue65 says, my hubby and I have a 2010 Toyota Sienna van with 170 or 1,800 or 180,000 miles. Very little trouble with it. Great van for us. Yeah, that's the thing, is, like, a lot of cars, like, in the first few years, if they're going to have trouble, it becomes very evident. I knew one of my coworkers had one of those Minis, and, like, that thing was in the shop a few times a year all the time. And it was just one of those things where, like, I was just like, it looks like a fun car. I rode in it with her a few times when we would, like, go to lunch as a staff or whatever. But, like, I'm not going to buy a car that might have trouble like that, So, I don't know. Incredible Mike says, I'm a member of a car share co-op, and I book cars for trips like $7 an hour or $68 a day. Yeah, I don't think I don't know how those things work. So in the United States, we have stuff kind of like that for local driving. But for long distance driving, you usually, I think, have to go through like a car rental company. And I was kind of thinking, like, when this car finally does die in a few years, oh, I'll just rent a car to go on like big trips. Because even though it might be a few $100s to rent a car for a weekend, it would still be cheaper than flying. We could fit more people, that sort of thing. And then I wouldn't be on the hook for a big car payment every month, you know, when I'm not traveling, because I don't necessarily need it day to day. But right now, all the car rental agencies drew back their fleet for COVID. So like for this year and next year, I cannot rely on that. That's a good plan for the future. But yeah, I don't know. I don't personally really enjoy driving very much. I tolerate it. And so it's just one of those things though that, I don't know. I really don't want to invest in another car. I just want to keep this one going for as long as I can. Hey, congrats on getting your second Pfizer dose, Ancient Spoon. Yurgi, I hope you and your sister have a great drive down to PlayOnCon. Look forward to seeing both of y'all there. I got an email from Wes, who is handling some of the parts of programming this year, apparently, on top of events. And not sure what events they're going to have this year. So in terms of, like, stuff that I might need help with, that's really up in the air at this point still. Okay, so this is enough glass for this tower, but not for the next one. But I will let you get, or I will get back to you on that. Trent Bolan says Midwest dads are like, only 20 hours? That's a day trip. Well, with 2 drivers, it's possible. I mean, I drove to Chicago solo in one day because I couldn't afford a hotel. And when I was going to C2E2 for the first time, before I even got started on YouTube. And it was a rough drive, but it was doable. But I remember, like, I was getting to the end of the drive, and I'm on the interstate, like, on this elevated interstate coming into Chicago, and I'm so tired, and I'm looking at this thing in front of me, and I'm like, what is that thing? That's, like, the biggest thing I've ever seen. That is just, like, what is that? Am I just am I like hallucinating? What am I seeing? It was the Sears Tower. It was the biggest thing I'd ever seen. It was the biggest thing I had ever seen. Just right there in front of me. It existed. And like once I realized it was the Sears Tower, I'm like, oh, okay, that's reassuring. I'm not like losing it. But like, it's really large. I actually did a video a few years later where I actually visited the Sears Tower. And I should pull that up and link that. It's just a silly video. I think my brother Sean was actually there. I don't know if he's on camera in that one. Joe Hill's Sears Tower visit. Videos? I might need to go to like youtube.com/myvideos and search for it. Now the thing is, I built a few Sears Tower models in Minecraft, so it might still take a second. Sears Tower. Chicago? I probably named this episode something stupid. Oh yeah, here it is. Chicago Visit Travelogue. Copy link address. Yeah. Me in Chicago. This was like a family visit because my brother was graduating. My brother Sean was graduating from grad school. Okay. Yeah, Yurgi. No, I definitely, like, yeah, I definitely got out and took breaks and stretched every 2-3 hours or so. Because, like, yeah, I can't sit for 18 hours or 12 hours straight. That's not safe. Okay. But yeah, I don't even know if the Chicago visit video was good. It's only 2 minutes long. Y'all can watch it and tell me if it's good. Oh my gosh, I had no hair. Oh my god, when did I upload this? Does it say the upload date here? This was 2016. Okay, yeah. Oh, somebody commented, I can't take him seriously with that accent. And I'm just thinking when I saw that comment, like, why would anyone take me seriously? My YouTube banner says laugh at me. But what do I do when I'm bored on HermitCraft? I don't get to be bored on HermitCraft. I spend all day dealing with other stuff wanting to play on HermitCraft. And then it's the highlight of my day when I finally get to play on HermitCraft. So yeah, I don't really have the opportunity. I don't play enough to get bored. Because it's like I'm dealing with like tech stuff, I'm dealing with virtual school stuff. Okay, yeah, we are gonna have to go get more glass. So are any of these basically empty that are easy to pull from? Oh, can I consolidate this brown terracotta into something else? Yeah, let's consolidate that into here. And here. And here. It's not perfect. Okay, so now, we're going to take this one with us. 1, 2, 3. Pick it up. Okay, great. We're going to grab the green one too. Okay. Alright. So we got about 10 minutes left before we're going to raid Mystery Pinball Theater 3000. So if y'all need to go grab a drink or a snack and come back for that, I will see you shortly. What? My YouTube banner does say laugh at me. Yep, we're making a larger glass block. You can never have too many of those ludicrously sized glass towers. I can build some crazy things because I have no concept of my own limits, which is a survival trait. As long as I don't quite screw things up, I guess it'll have to do. La da da, dee dee dee, dee dee doo. Hey, Casimir tips 5 and says can't let you end with 5 left till the next expansion. Well, good news. This one's actually a special one. It's our 5th Beetlejuice expansion. So we're gonna go ahead and play the song again. Where is that? There it is. Webcam expander, webcam expander.
Dear live stream views when you watch my face.
It took up your screen, then began to fade. It replaced the pixels on a game you like. And this is my job, so I wanna be a webcam expander. Webcam expander.
It's off-color optics from a broken cam, and some of the chat just throws up their hands. The Jost is Beetle for showtime now. It's a heady job, but I wanna be a webcam expander. Webcam expander. Webcam expander. Webcam expander. So, thank you very much there for that, Casimir. We're going to go ahead and lower that geopacity now to 90%. Boom, we got the chains on and everything. Because, hey, it turns out humanity was my business. So, hope you learned from all that. That puts evenly 50 away for the next face camera expansion. We only got 8 minutes. So, you know, normally I wouldn't get my hopes up. But
Once again, I just got like a $2,600 automotive bill. So anybody who wants to tip at this point, I'm not going to be shameful or shameless. No, I am going to be shameless about it. Yeah, that's the wrong link. So yeah, tips are always welcome via YouTube Super Chat as well as paypal.me/JoeHills. And then keep in mind, on the hour, we're going to go ahead and raid Mystery Pinball Theater 3000. I hope you all stick around for that because Manu Smith is a ludicrously talented streamer. He is pushing boundaries technologically. He is super funny, and it's a fun time. So here's what we're going to do real quick. Did I bother to move a workbench down here? No, I didn't. That's a bit of an oversight, I'm going to admit. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab some bones before we do anything else. Let's just go ahead and dye these here. That'll just streamline things a bit. Slizmon says, this has got to be the most stupid stream I have ever seen. No wonder you are milking HermitCraft as long as you can until Season 8. Yeah, see, here's the thing, is I never get to play enough HermitCraft. I've been on HermitCraft since Season 1 of HermitCraft. And I was helping my ex-wife through grad school and then raising my kid. And so I just never get to play enough. And I just want to play. Like, for some people, they log in, they play 12 hours a day, they're done. They're like, I need a break. This is my break. This is the least stressful thing in my life, and I love it. So, you know, I'm glad that you enjoy how stupid the stream is. Like I said, my tagline is laugh at me. I am basically a clown, which you might be able to tell from the costume and the face paint. So, yeah. So, thank you very much. Okay. So let's see, we're going to go ahead and grab this and take that and boom. Let's go ahead and throw this here. Boom. We turn this into unlimited dye, basically. Kind of. Dang it, it's going to make us manually click all these. That's fine. Full inventory is always causing problems, huh? Okay, we will persevere. Boom, knocking that out. Knocking that out. Boom, boom, boom. They are falling like dominoes here. Boom. Okay. We've turned all the glass we had on us the proper color. And, you know, actually, let's go ahead and store some of that there. And then grab more of the glass out of here. Slazman says it was really hard to give you money on PayPal. Well, you know what? I don't know what country you live in. In some countries, PayPal it can be a little bit of a pain. That's why we also accept tips via YouTube Super Chat on the YouTube channel. But hey, if you can't tip, the folks who do tip make the show free for everybody to watch, so you can just kick back and enjoy the show guilt-free. And I hope you do. So, we do have some leftover glass here in this one, too. Dang it, and a full inventory. So let's maybe go ahead and make these... Then we'll pick that up. Boom. And we'll grab these out of here. Don't need those taking up space. Look at this, folks. We're getting it done. We got a lot to do before the end of the season. And we are knocking it out. Hey, welcome, Pineapple. Glad you could join us this evening. Okay, so turn that into dye as well. Boom. What am I working on? We are building a giant glass cube in the nether. So we are currently getting the dyes we need to do that. And dyeing the glass accordingly here. Which seems to be going pretty well on the whole. Okay. Scar left the game. I hope he has a wonderful night. It's too late to tell him that. But we'll be fine. Alrighty. So, let's see here. So we got plenty of this in this box now. I'm going to go ahead and put a rocket and an elytra set in the ender chest here just as a fallback in case I fall again. Return that. Boom. Okay. So in terms of glass, we have a few stacks left in here. A few stacks left in here. 3 stacks or so. Okay. So maybe we don't have enough glass to actually do this. I don't know. We'll have to see. We're learning something regardless in the process. Oh, you know what? Also, that reminds me, I actually do have a ton of sand. So we could always just feed more sand into the machine if y'all want. Like, we have more sand than that. But we have 1,000,000 bones down there, too. So, where is all the rest of the sand? Oh, some of it might be... Some of it might still be out here along the beach. I forgot to break down those beach boxes. I do use ender chests, just not for this. No, nothing in there that we needed. Hey, thank you very much to Kyle for the 5, who says, "Here's 5, you weird person." Well, thank you very much, Kyle. That puts us 45 away from our next face camera expansion. Thank you. It is appreciated. Alrighty. So up we go. So that's all that sand. I don't think we have any sand or glass, really. Oh, dang it. We might have some sand or glass left in this thing. So let's go back under here. Check these chests real quick. Yeah, there's a little bit of glass here, but I think we kind of might want to hold on to that for projects. There we go. This glass, though, we want to grab for sure. And there's only like 4 sand in here. So we'll take that too, but it's not crucial. Okay. Slosman says, "That was my 5, by the way. I figured out PayPal." Well, hey, thank you very much for taking the time to figure that out. There are many ways to support the arts, and I appreciate you supporting mine in particular. So here we go. We are actually, wow, it is 1 minute from the hour, so we gotta probably start wrapping this up. Because, like I said, folks, it's Friday night. Our Friday night tradition the last few months has been to go hang out. Oh, I forgot I moved my bedroom. And covered it with leaves. Bedroom's in here now. Friday night tradition is to go raid Mystery Pinball Theater 3000. This is a stream I actually watch. I look forward to it all week. I hope some of y'all will check it out. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Twitch.tv/directory/following. Mute site. Xena and Hercules is what they are riffing this evening. And the pinball table he is playing looks like Deadpool. So we're going to go ahead and /raid MPT3K. I'm going to go ahead and post the link here on the YouTube. So hope y'all will come hang out with me and watch MPT3K, have a snack, have a drink, just relax and wrap up the week. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.